Welcome to Cognitio. So we have previously in the previous lecture we have covered the lambda expression and functions. So now we'll see how we can use the power of lambda expressions. Okay, before that, in this particular lecture we'll be dealing with the maps and filters. What exactly the map is? Map is a function which gives you output on a iteratable value like list or something, and do some kind of operations over there, and it will give you the output directly in form of list or in form of anything you want it. Okay, so how we can create a map is for creating a map, it's like map, and the signature of that should be your some kind of functions and the iteratable sequence. Okay, so before that going creating that, will what we will do is we will create a function and a iteratable sequence over there. Like sequence in case of R would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Okay, so it is a list, and I want to create a function which will basically do a square of each element of the sequence. Okay, and return it as a value. Okay, so it is, the name of the function is square, and the input is like I, and I would like to return I square every time. Okay, so now if I want to create a map of square and give a object as sequence, what it has returned as a signature of the map means the signature, the location of the function map function which has been created in the RAM. Okay, so if I want to use it and print it like a list, so what I will do is I'll create a list for that, the output of that particular thing, and run it. So what you have done is you have converted the output of map to the list, and then that particular list has been printed. So you can clearly see that map do nothing but gives you the output based on the function you have provided on an iteratable function, iteratable object. Well, how you can see that? Just click on the map and then click shift tab. It will give you a signature of that, and not over here, like over here it will give the signature of the function. And if you will expand it, you will see that it asks for the function, and the second is the iteratable object, and it will give you a map object over there. Okay, so I have just converted that output map object to the list and printed it. Okay, so you can see that this creation of using a map, using a square functions inside a map, it's a cumbersome process, and it's taking too much a line of code over here. But I can do it easily, like in one line itself, using map, and uh, except creating a function earlier and using it again and again. What I can do is I can create a function on a runtime, and a numbers function which we have learned as a lambda expression, lambda. Okay, so we can create a lambda expression. It will take input as I and return I square. Okay, so this is the lambda function which we have this is the function which we send it to the map, and the iteratable object is sequence. So output is the same, right? If I want to do other operations like do the I square and then do and add it with the cube of that value as well. Okay, so I can do that. It's the output is this one. So here comes the power of lambda expression which we learned earlier. that you don't need to create the function earlier and use it again and again. What you can do is you can create the function at the runtime itself, and there need not to be any name function over there, and pass it to the map, and it will give you that particular result in a list format based on the sequence you are providing over here. Okay, now comes filter. And in filter, what you can do is you can exactly filter some output from that map result or the function result, if you, or that means that sequence, if you want to, like I want to filter only even numbers, so from here. Okay, so what I'll do is I can create okay, so what I can do is I can create a filter. Okay, and again, if you will see, it asks for functions or iterate, and the second object is iteratable, second argument is iteratable. So I'll provide it lambda I, if I is divisible by 2. Okay, so what exactly this statement will give you a return as true or false statement. Okay, and exactly the filter wants, means filter wants the output of that particular lambda function or any function returned as a boolean, and then you will give the iteratable object over there. So again, filter running like this will give you an signature and the location in the memory where the output has been stored. So if I want to see it on a runtime, I can convert it to the list and print it. Okay, so what exactly I have done is, it's taking each and every element from the sequence, passing it to lambda function. Lambda function is checking whether it's true or not, means it's even or not. If it's not even, it's not considering that output. If it's even, it's considering that output and passing through the filter and storing as a list. Okay, so if I want like that each and every I want the divisible by 3, each element divisible by 3. Okay, or it should be odd values, so I'll write not equal to 0, and it will give you the odd values over there. Now if I want it should be divisible by 3, so I can write it over there. All the elements divisible by 3 in the sequence list has been printed over, like 3, 6 and 9. Okay, so what we have covered till now is how we can use lambda expressions inside a map, and what exactly the map is. Okay, and how we can use the filters to filter some values in the list or a sequence we are providing. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.